got a lot of talent in the backcourt for both of these squads, Clark.
Yeah, there's so many outstanding shot makers and playmakers in the backcourts across the league. I do believe it is clearly a guards league these days. All of these guys can light it up and will light you up. So clearly a shooter's league is what you see most of now.
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3. And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team.
Timberwolves on D. Outside wall. Shot clock at 3. And the layup is up and in.
Unwilling to give up on that particular possession, Wall takes things into his own capable hands there.
Pass to Towns. Three-pointer. That falls. Nice assist by Russell.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
You know, when D'Angelo Russell came into the league, he was really primarily seen as a point guard, and that's what I like most about him, his vision and his passing ability. But he's actually changed that image and impression over time.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Just a perfect pass and some pretty slick body control on the finish, too.
Man, that's butter.
He could have messed that up trying for a big slam. Nice work going to the layup.
A spectacular athlete. When Leonard drives to the rim, he's difficult to stop.
The evolution of D'Lo has been interesting to watch, Clark. I like how he's been willing to play whatever position asked of him.
Yeah, B.A., I like that too. He said it before himself that he prefers playing shooting guard, but I tell you what, he also looks very comfortable running the offense too.
Russell against Wall. Morris, a screen on Russell. That shot, no good. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. And here's Edwards outside. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Well, that's an extremely hard shot to defend if Edwards can master the pull-up. Watch out now. It would be a real weapon for him.
Wall on the take. And the big finish by Wall.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Clock at 6. And there's the drive. Russell. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Ivica Zubac.
Attacking on the drive, and that's going to give Russell some free throws this time.
Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. 2 important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
George against Edwards. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, you really have to like how George uses his body effectively down low there. I mean, the defense pretty much has no choice but to foul him in that situation.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Get through, get through, get through.
Russell against Wall. Towns for 3. Russell, the pass to Towns. Second chance effort. Can't get it to fall. Now 3 for 5 in this one. The Clippers trail. George left side. Here's Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
You know, after averaging just 1 assist per game as a rookie, George has really upgraded his passing game.
Russell, the pass to Towns. Goes back up. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on Morris.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see. You know, when he referred to himself as the greatest big man shooter of all time, Karl Anthony Towns certainly raised some eyebrows and sparked some debate in the NBA fraternity.
Ball attacking. It's blocked by Gobert. Edwards, the pass to Towns. Oh, it's Towns with the finish.
Towns with the creativity and explosiveness.
Wall against Russell. George outside. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. That's good from George.
And just one of the most complete players in the game today. George's two-way game and strong leadership traits are reasons why he's a star.
Russell, the pass to Edwards. Oh, hey, how about
Big
that?
time right there. Big time.
Woo. And he takes that one up and powers it through. Now here's Wall. Leonard with a screen on Russell. Leonard outside. Lets it go from deep. Rebound Minnesota. Outside Edwards. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, let's quickly break down the game. What we've seen so far from the Timberwolves, guys.
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the point guard. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Leonard on the wing. And the dunk by Leonard.
Boy, a wicked dunk by Leonard, showing this defense just how explosive he can be.
Outside Russell. Outside Edwards. Back to Russell. Stolen by Wall. Here's the break. Morris finds Zubats. George against Edwards. Now here's George. He's closely guarded.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed. And put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
George. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And your last year in the league, the 12-13 season, you played for the Clippers.
Yes, I did, and a great team at that. Blake Griffin, CP3, all in their primes. We won the division for the first time in Clippers history. Team record 56 wins. That year was big in the turnaround for LA.
Russell, the pass to Towns. Wall against Russell. Pass to Gobert. Here's Towns. Hey, hangs in midair and converts the double clutch layup. Towns has got 12 points in the game. And there's the foul. It's on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Outside Wall. Kicks it to George. 6 on the shot clock.
And, you know, on the defensive end, that's the intensity Russell's coaches want to see more of from him.
Here's Zubats. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
Just a big man playing big. No way to stop it.
Russell, the pass to Towns. And the foul called on John Wall. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Russell with the ball. He's picked up by Zubats. And it's powered home by Towns.
You know, we all know Towns can do big numbers on offense, and it's great to see him this focused.
And Towns' three-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Brad?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often.
Here's Edwards. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to be on Ivica Zubac.
Hey, like a lot of guys, Edwards rides momentum as a player. When his confidence is soaring, so is his activity level.
Well, Clark, you've got your good players in the league, but then there's that group that is in that elite category. What type of player commands that kind of respect?
Well, I think it's a guy who shows up every day but produces at a high level. I think you probably tip your hat to scores in that case, but there's a lot of respect and cachet given to outstanding defenders. Anybody that's excellent consistently, I think, gets a level of respect that's special.
A rangy defender with great defensive timing. I mean, why do you think they call Gobert the Stifle Tower?
Wall, the pass to George. Back to Wall. Kicks it to George. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. And stolen by Gobert. Towns with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. He shoots again. Another shot. And Towns with the lay-in. Towns has got 16 points.
Boy, good effort that time from Towns on the offensive board, ensuring that his team is able to end that possession with points.
George passes to Morris. Back to George. Here's Leonard. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. And the Clippers miss again. Minnesota in the lead. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
I don't know what he was thinking about there. Easy over the back call.
Yeah, that's a good one there, man. I tell you, I appreciate the effort, but he overdid it just a bit there. He needed to get called for the foul.
Wall against Russell. Leonard with a screen on Russell. Out to Leonard. Looking to end the drought. Pass to Zubac. Down low. That's good from Wall. On the assist by Zubac. He's got 6.
Boy, you love Wall's tenacity there. Takes the contact.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. The T-Wolves on top. Up 4. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. We're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
And he was a beast on the offensive glass in that first half. How can they slow him down?
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. We've got Jaden McDaniels. Austin Rivers out there with Jalen Noel. Then there's Naz Reid, and it's Anderson in at the 4.
Boy, and for his size, Nick Batum has really good ball handling skills.
Covington against Anderson. Reid in the post. Up and in with the jumper near the hoop. Reid's got his first 2 points.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
You know, Naz Reid initially went undrafted in 2019.
Hey, B.A., that happens to plenty of talented guys. The NBA is a hard league, and a lot of good players have to sometimes go through things to make it. Luckily, systems like the G League give players like Naz Reid an opportunity to grow and go there. So you keep growing like Reid did, and eventually you might find yourself in the NBA.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
And that one misses. And Clark, how about the progress of the Timberwolves?
Love what they've done, B.A. They've put the pieces in place to be a playoff regular and still the youth to grow in the long term. That's a nice combination, especially when you look at a guy like Anthony Edwards. He's special.
Rivers' shot is off. The Clippers have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Left side, Covington. Batum against Reed. Batum's shot is off. Minnesota shooting an efficient 57% tonight. McDaniels. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. McDaniels got 4 points now in the quarter. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Jackson outside. Here's Kennard. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Out to Covington from downtown. McDaniels with the rebound.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
And finished off by Anderson.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Jackson attacking. Covington finds Kennard. Launches a 3. The putback. Here's Batum. Tries yet again. And it's good on the layup.
Yeah, you can't forget about the long arms of Batum. I mean, I want to see him be more active on the offensive glass because he's capable.
Covington against Anderson. To the middle. Here's McDaniels. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And that's good as he hits both shots. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Here's Jackson driving inside.
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drives to the rack.
Here's Noel. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Kept alive. A slam dunk by Reed.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
And, yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
1:02 left in the third quarter. Pass to Batum. Kicks it out to Kennard. Clock at 6. Takes a 3. Doesn't go that time. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Here's Rivers. And he lays it up and in. And now a 10-point Timberwolves lead.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
Los Angeles has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Here's Jackson. Oh, he misses the dunk. The layup might have been a better option for him. Here's Anderson. Oh, Covington with a block.
You know, you talk about Covington, and he's what you call a typical 3-and-D player. Has been that way most of his career.
Drills it from deep. Kennard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
Here's Noel, defended by Kennard. Pass to Reed. The shot comes out. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. And the Clippers with the ball. They trail by 7. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court, and it's Wall in at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here's Leonard, and the dunk by Leonard.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Russell to pass to Towns. Oh, that's his 8th make of the game. He's only missed 4 so far.
Towns makes the most of his chances inside. He gets the ball in good position, does his work early, and then the battle's over after that.
George passes to Leonard. Tips it, controls the rebound and the putback.
He has the knack for being in the right spot at the right time. Gets a lot of sneaky points with his work on the glass.
Towns a screen on Wall. Here's Russell. Soft touch off the glass.
They opened the gates and he came through. D'Angelo, quick recognition.
Wall against Russell. Wall, the pass to Morris. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That free throw good from Morris. And so he makes both from the line. 4th quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Outside Russell. Pass to Towns. And the foul on Marcus Morris. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Russell. Now Gobert. Shot clock at 5. Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. Nice dime to the open teammate by Russell.
Here's Wall. And the big finish by Wall.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Back to Gobert. He got a piece of it. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Morris for 3. And good. Coming on, the assist by Wall. Wall's got 3 assists now in this one. Russell with the ball. Going inside. And then Russell with the dunk.
Well, he never seems to get rattled. He's got a very calm, steady demeanor about himself. D'Angelo making it look easy.
The kick out to Morris. George outside. There's the triple. Not going to go that time. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. And the foul called on John Wall. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
1:57 left in the 4th quarter. Morris against Towns. The shake. Here's Gobert. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on Ivica Zubats.
Gobert often hits for a higher percentage from the field than he does from the line, but they really need his free throws here.
George passes to Morris. Off target from 3-point range. For Minnesota, they've gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the 4th. Here's Prince. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Prince, a really solid athlete, throwing it down nicely there.
Ball against Russell. And stolen by Gobert. 1:14 left to play in the 4th quarter.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
It's George on the wing. From outside the arc. Zubats. Count it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Great anticipation off the missed shot.
Oh, his timing was impeccable.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
Russell to pass to Gobert. Here's Prince. Here's Towns. Got a hand on it. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth. Leonard with the ball, and it's Gobert picking him up. Three-pointer, and he sinks it. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Boy, it's a scary sight when Kawhi Leonard starts lighting it up like this.
And I think we'll see him milk the clock a bit.
Yeah, seems like the heady move right now.
Russell pass to Towns. It's tipped, and he recovers it. Count it! George outside. For three. The offensive rebound. Oh, he nails it!
Boy, a mentally tough player. He's undersized at the 4. He really reads the floor well and finds ways to score.
And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Yeah, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Exactly. You got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws. I think it's a wrap. When the game's on the line, he knows how to deliver the crushing blow.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. They're trailing by 4. Only 2 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what do you think?
And they need to execute fast out of this break.
Yeah, and even if they get it and then get a quick foul, I'm not sure.
Allie, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight.
We might have a throwback battle on our hands, Greg. These two teams take pride in their defense.
No doubt, these are some tough-nosed, gritty, physical defenses, and we're not going to see many easy buckets. Both sides are going to make you work.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Paul passes to Booker. From deep, an absolute bomb from three-point range.
Well, anytime that somebody scores, Devin Booker's the first option. He comes back and drills that one.
Here's Wall. It's stolen by Johnson. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. George against Booker. Shoots from the block, and George finishes inside. George has got 5.
Well, keep it or dish it. Those are the decisions Paul George is trying to make, and he makes the right one there.
And when you look at Paul George, I mean, he's been in the middle of a couple monster trades.
Well, PG exchanged for 2 future All-Stars in Sabonis and Oladipo going to Indy. And then that massive trade to L.A., the Thunder got SGA, a boatload of picks. It just shows you how much value Paul George has. And trust me, he's very much valued by the team he's on.
Here's Paul. Paul George making his last shot. Paul passes to Ayton. Stolen by Zubac. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the way. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway. So a 3-point play chance for him.
That's the power and strength he brings. Kawhi able to absorb the contact. I'm not even sure he felt it and still knocks it down.
Amazing the way Kawhi Leonard has evolved throughout his career.
Well, in the early part of his career playing in San Antonio, defense was his calling card. You could even argue that his offense has gotten better than his defense, which is simply remarkable. One of the top all-around players in the NBA. Booker sometimes can come up with those. He could be an impressive dunker.
Booker against Wall. And George kicks to Wall. Kicks it out to Leonard. Bridges with the steal. Booker looking around. Johnson wide open. He fires. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
And this kind of distribution is something that Devin Booker is only going to improve upon.
Morris passes to George. 6 to shoot. Back to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
You look at the career of Paul George, and it's those passing numbers that have greatly improved, and he's an effective playmaker.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Tyronn Lue and I had a few minutes to share. He wants his guys to focus on jamming the perimeter shooters. He wants hard closeouts, no room to operate. He knows what this team can do if you give them any space on the outside to shoot. And they're going to be determined not to let that happen. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Obviously, the 3-ball is a big concern for any defense. And here's George. After Devin Booker getting his shot to go from deep. Yep, it counts. George has got 9.
Physically imposing at 6'8", 220. Paul George sturdy enough to take that kind of bump.
Ayton sets the pick for Booker. The double clutch, and it's good on the way in. 10 points for him.
Well, that time Booker doing it with the ball on a string, taking care of business with the handle.
Here's Wall, and Wall slams it home.
And you can tell he put a lot of practice into that one. Wall's always ready to break out something slick if he's got the time and space.
Now here's Booker. 10 points for him.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Man, Devin Booker is a true shooter. A walking bucket, always ready to let it fly.
And the proof is right there in the numbers, Greg. I mean, 2 seasons in a row, he's been top 10 in field goal attempts. So he knows how, when, and where to get that ball up.
And good that time.
Not sure when Kawhi saw him, but the fact is he did, and he delivered. It's a great pass.
Ball against Wall. Pass to Booker. Tries it from the top of the key. Leonard with the steal. And now here comes Wall, leading the break. Morris outside. Leonard attacking. And he makes that one. Leonard's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Okay, everyone, that was your Spirit Dance Team.
Booker outside. From deep three-point range, tips it, and Ayton stays with it.
Defense unable to stop DeAndre Ayton that time, getting inside and using his frame.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the Clippers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We come back right after this. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
These guys have been so quick off the dribble, finding great lanes to attack and getting themselves to the basket.
Well, not only that, but you...
Oh,
you knew something good was coming, Kevin, right?
And on the drive, Wall can be so sudden, striking before the defense gets a chance to load.
Paul passes to Johnson. Feeds it to Booker. The tray. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
This isn't all that surprising. Remember, Devin Booker once put 70 up in an NBA contest.
And George, here we go. Here's Zubac. Back to George. Leonard on the wing. Can't hit that one. The Suns go the other way with it. Knocked away. Wall with the steal. Leonard inside. Defended by Bridges. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
They get it again. Zubac kicks to George. Morris with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up. And the dunk by Zubac.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
In just 4 seasons, Phoenix, Greg, went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
And here's Booker from the arc. They get the rebound. Ayton kicks to Paul. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
First team.
On the wing, Bridges. 6 on the shot clock. Paul passes to Johnson. Morris with the rebound. The Clippers trail. The shot by George, wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Ayton. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
Well, you bump me, and I'm going to bump you back as Ayton not afraid to get physical with the defender.
It's Wall with the drive.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Didn't think that was going to go in. Booker's got the lead up to 4 now for Phoenix.
Great shooting from Booker. He keeps getting better, that time from way outside.
And Wall kicks to George.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Ayton a screen on Wall. Paul dishes to Ayton. Booker outside. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Outside for George. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Suns leading by 4. Booker outside. Pass to Bridges. It's stolen by Morris. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ball against Wall. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
What a great finish there from Wall. It's clear he doesn't fear anyone when he's looking to score.
For Los Angeles, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Lee outside. Another shot, and the layup by Sharks. And the Suns lead by 4.
Well, Dario does a nice job recovering and uses his size to beat up.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back.
Your Clippers, 28. The Suns, 32.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Jackson is the point with Kennard on the wing. Robert Covington out there with Batum, and it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Jackson looking it over. Good, nice job down low. You know, Greg, we know to win at the highest level, you need your star players to show up in the big games. With that in mind, what's the key?
You know, it's their will and their ability to fight. If you look at the great ones, even when things haven't gone their way, they continue to scratch and claw and do everything in their power to try and get the W.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Lee. That is his first foul of the game. Clippers trail by 4. Outside Jackson. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Good D by Lee. Phoenix has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. And Saric kicks to Lee. Back to Saric. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Saric has got the lead up to 6 now for the Suns. Outside Jackson. Powell finds Jackson. That's a 2 from Kennard. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Saric has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Brent, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have injuries have been a factor the past couple seasons, so they haven't competed at the level certainly that their owner wants to, but they're trying to keep this core group of guys together. And if they do that and they get health, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who've done it on the biggest of stages.
Powell, the pass to Jackson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
In the 2021 playoffs, you remember Reggie Jackson came up huge for the Clippers, averaging almost 18 points a game before they finally lost to the Suns in the Western Conference Final. A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Lee kicks to Shamet. Rebounded by Covington. Well, for Jackson, he earned himself a new contract, Brent, and starting point guard duties because of that playoff.
With both Kawhi Leonard and Paul George missing most of the 21-22 season, Reggie Jackson took the Clippers to the 8th seed in the West, carried a lot of the scoring load consistently for the Clippers, and he led the team in both points and assists.
There's the pass to Landale with the shot.
All the officials are all over that one.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin. Get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Passes it to Saric. Pulls it from 20. It's good. Saric has got 6 here in this quarter.
And Payne just playing eyes-up basketball, seeing that opportunity.
Jackson down low, working on Payne.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Payne gets a wide-open look. Lee kicks to Saric. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
And Saric, just one of those European players that comes over with the fundamentals. Beautiful play there.
Jackson down low. Payne covering. Kicks it out to Covington. From the arc. It's good from long range. Covington's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Nice delivery there. You can't hesitate when a man comes free on the perimeter. He got it and went right into the shot.
And the Suns call time. And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now. 35 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Ayton dishes to Booker. Ayton a screen on George. Booker with no one around bangs home the trifecta. Booker's got 22.
Want to be an all-star guard like Devin Booker? You might want to start hitting your share of triples.
The 3 from George. Paul grabs the board. Suns leading by 8. Fires the 3. Booker no good. On the wing, George. Covered by Johnson. Morris no good.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5 down low.
At times, Wall can be so explosive here, playing downhill, and then just sails over the defense for the dunk.
Hall. Bridges left side. Leonard with the ball. Bridges covering. George passes to Leonard. On the wing, Morris. Wall against Paul. Clock at 6. And Wall kicks to Leonard. Second chance shot. Zubac the pass to Wall. Clippers moving the ball around. Leonard dishes to Morris. Kicks it out to Leonard for the 3. That falls. Nice speed that time from Jordan.
Kawhi confident in that shot there. Just gets the ball. He really didn't waste any time.
Booker outside. Into the lane. And the dunk by Booker.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
And Wall kicks to Leonard. Booker against George. The dish now to Wall. And he goes big with the dunk right over DeAndre Ayton.
And on the offensive end, Wall has been locked in, pushing out the distractions and just delivering for his team.
The feed to Booker. And a little on that time, but it drops. And it's now 26 points for Devin Booker.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
A 3 from Leonard. And it's Leonard again missing. Suns leading by 5. Near the 3-point line, it's Booker. Ayton inside. Morris is there. And it's Ayton missing for Los Angeles. They've gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Good.
I mean, this is a battle-tested young player. Leonard's willing to put the team on his back when they really need a bucket.
Here's Paul driving in. Basket counts. Paul's got his first 2 points.
And just love how Chris Paul steps up and nails crucial baskets. A huge momentum-changing shot there.
Outside for George. 3-pointer. Bridges with the board.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Morris with the ball. Bridges covering. Back to Morris. Pass to George. A 3-ball. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Ayton finds Johnson. It's deflected. And here is Paul. A 3. Johnson against Horens. Johnson, the pass to Booker. That shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Bridges against George. Nobody near Leonard. And it's off from 3-point range. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Phoenix Suns. Leading by 5.
Chris Paul is going to find anybody that's leaning the wrong way, let alone leaving an open man.
Zubac with the screen for George. Los Angeles with another miss. Booker outside. Here's Ayton. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on George.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Hits it from 3-point range.
Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
Paul against Wall. Booker outside.
Foul Booker. Paul George. That's his third personal foul.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
And Booker just one of these guys who's calculating on the offensive end. He's trying to figure out what defenses are doing. He's always working hard to find shots, and he's going to influence the game with the way he can produce.
So the Suns win it. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had...
This is the type of basketball that basketball people love to watch.
Yeah, it's a beautiful brand of ball for sure. Just a joy to watch. All right, now the opening lineup for Phoenix. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the 5 spot. And for the Timberwolves, Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3.
And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern.
Now here's Russell. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns.
This is who Towns is, an unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
Outside Booker. Fires for 3. Hits the 3-pointer.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Edwards against Booker. Pass to Towns. And he makes it on the layup.
What a beast inside. When Towns gets in tight, he's almost a sure thing.
Outside Booker. Here's the 3. And the Suns get another 3.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Here's Edwards. Oh, Booker with a block. To the wing on the left. Ayton passes to Johnson. And Ayton with the stuff.
I mean, come on. A 7-footer with a 7'5" wingspan. Ayton beats everyone to the ball and converts easily.
Now here's Russell. Pass to Towns. Paul with a steal. Bridges outside. No good with the triple. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Prince gets the 3 ball to go.
Oh, you love to see that kind of vision from Gobert. As much attention as he draws from the D, there's bound to be an open man, and he just got to find him.
Now here's Bridges. Pass to Johnson. Here's Booker. And stolen by Edwards. Takes the 3. And another 3 from Minnesota.
Proving once again, he is one of the best shooters in the league.
The Suns have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. To the left wing. Ayton passes to Paul. Outside Booker. Over Edwards. 4 on the clock. It's Booker on the wing.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
From behind the arc. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Already a terrific career for Booker. 3-time All-Star. And then last year, he was named to the All-NBA first team. Just a big honor.
Here's Booker after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. The kick out to Paul. It's stolen. Johnson against Edwards. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Woo, the whole arena felt that. Towns can just be merciless on offense.
And with Booker, it's not just the scoring. Grant, he does a little bit of everything.
Hey, B.A., I mean, you go back and look at last season. He had career highs in rebounds, steals, blocks. I mean, he's learned how to affect the game even when his shot isn't falling, which is rare. And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Now here's Paul. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Booker.
What you have to admire about Devin Booker is how much he scores the rock, as well as all the different ways he's able to finish.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
When Devin Booker steps on the court, you almost expect 30 or 40-point nights. Booker is that talented. No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Towns Towns for three. It's hauled in by the Suns. Bridges passes to Ayton. Back to Bridges. There's 31 seconds left in the opening quarter. It's Booker on the wing. 6 to shoot. And he lobs it up to the rim. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Great decision making from Booker, realizing one of his guys is open and whips the pass to him.
Towns on a screen. Pass to Prince. Now here's Towns, covered by Johnson. And it's powered home by Towns.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns from Minnesota. 8 points in the quarter. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Now here's Edwards. Driving to the basket, and Edwards slams it in.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Minnesota.
And that one falls for Towns. Grant, we always talk about great footwork for post players, but how about perimeter players?
You know, I'm glad you brought that up, BA. Great perimeter players have elite footwork. The footwork helps to create the opportunity to score, whether that's shooting a 3 off the dribble or even in the post-up. Great, elite, fantastic, iconic guards who could do it all have superior footwork. Believe that.
Now here's Bridges. Looking for his first basket, still in this one. Johnson passes to Booker. An easy 2 on the layup.
When you come out to an NBA game, that's what you want to see. Devin Booker putting on a show.
Russell, the pass to Edwards. Russell against Paul. Back to Edwards. Driving in, and Edwards slams it in.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Now here's Booker. 10 points for him. The kick out to Johnson. Booker, the pass to Paul. And such a nice move to make that bucket possible. Paul's gotten his first points in this one.
The defense looking lazy there. You can't allow Paul to get inside like this. That's just asking for trouble.
Towns for 3, and he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Here's Booker. Yes, and it's Paul with the assist that time. Booker's got 4 points this quarter.
Plays hard in every facet of the game. Nothing that Booker can't do.
Russell, the pass to Edwards. To the wing, right side. Back to Russell. Edwards against Booker. And Edwards slams it in.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
One thing you notice about these Suns, RJ, many of them are considered strong two-way talents.
And that is such a list for your team. Having guys that can get it done on both sides of the floor instead of trying to balance a lineup of just pure specialists.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, the league and the world have endured tremendous challenges in recent years. Commissioner Silver said, quote, "We found a way to keep going under very difficult circumstances. It required enormous diligence to keep playing throughout the pandemic pandemic, we are particularly proud of that. Brian?
Hey, the show must go on. Thanks, Allie. And it's powered home by Towns.
You know Towns' team is loving this. He's letting his natural scoring ability run wild on offense.
Pass to Bridges. Now Aiden. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Towns with the ball, and Johnson picks him up defensively.
Wow, what a forceful drive by Towns. Going hard at the hoop and picking up a good foul along the way.
And so Towns nails them both.
What a job Monty Williams has done in his time with the Phoenix Suns. Hats off to the talent that he's been able to bring in and develop. And that's the way he's created a winning culture.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. To the inside. Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
And with incredible agility and reflexes, Gobert excels above the rim.
Time called here. The Suns decide to talk it over. There's 53 seconds left to play in the half. Outside Booker. Bridges outside. And Booker with the jam.
And with his skill, you kind of forget that Booker is 6'5" and can get to the rim with ease.
Pass to Towns. And Aiden pulls it down.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Bridges finds Paul. Back to Bridges. It's Booker on the wing. Aiden, a screen on Edwards. Booker for 3. Here's Towns. He's got 16. Up in time. No good. Misses at the buzzer.
The Suns, 24. And put your hands together and get loud for the Jabberwockies.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did coach have some new ideas for them?
Kicking off the second half, here's Monty Williams 5. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. And it's Aiden in at the center, locking down the middle. And it's a completely new group for the Suns. Here's McLaughlin. Poke loose. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. So it's Minnesota now. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Here's Anderson. Yep, that one goes.
Once he saw the smaller defender guarding him, he took it right to the rack.
Something Kyle Anderson does well is put pressure on the ball. Not what you expect from bigger guys, but he's got good instincts and fine steals.
Here's Landale. The layup off target. Minnesota has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. McDaniels passes to Reed. Count it. His ability to snatch the ball has even helped him secure a record, Richard.
Yeah, back in 2021, Kyle set the single-game playoff record for the Grizzlies with 6 steals. It was an impressive defensive effort for him, and trust me, he knows how to use his size and length very well.
Now here's Anderson. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Shamek, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 3 in the second half. Down low. Reed in the post. A slam dunk by Reed.
They they've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Here's Shamet. Can they get it? And he takes it up and lays it in. Shamet's got his first basket.
That's tough to take as a defender. You've got position, and you still get beat.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. Now here's Russell. Three-pointer. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The Suns have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Booker, the pass to Bridges. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. Well, Richard, 17 years for you as a player. If you were to give some advice to someone starting their playing career right now, what do you think that would be?
Oh, it would always be get your routine down. Get your pregame routine. Get your summer routine. You got to figure out what it is that makes your game work. Because it's hard as you get older. NBA careers don't last very long. But if you put your routine, you put your game first, everything else will fall in line.
Minnesota with the ball. The Suns getting their last shot to go. Russell, the pass to Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
He's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
Here's Paul. And Gobert with a block.
A rangy defender with great defensive timing. I mean, why do you think they call Gobert the Stifle Tower?
Russell, that's good.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Now here's Paul. Outside Booker. From downtown. Nice shot there. Making him 8 for 13.
Shoots the lights out. Booker has limitless range.
Outside Russell. Pass to Towns. It's Edwards on the wing. Inside. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Johnson. Towns down low. Covered by Johnson. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
14 foul.
Here's Towns. He's got 18. It falls again. He's now 8 for 12 from the floor.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Shakes him. Aiden, no good. The Timberwolves have gotten 7 of their 9 shots to fall. Quality shooting in the second half. Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
Now here's Bridges. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Clock at 6. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds.
Substitution for the Suns, Shag.
7 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Edwards. Fires from deep. Nails it from beyond the arc. Edwards got 12.
And this is what point guards like Russell are responsible for, setting the table for his guys.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves up 19 points as the quarter. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Minnesota has gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at small forward. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Now here's Russell. Towns for 3. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got 6 assists now in the game. Russell against Paul. Here's Bridges. Ooh, a terrific shot on the turnaround.
Few create shots as easily as Paul does for his teammates. He is just a great setup guy.
Russell with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. Shot is good by Edwards. And here are the Suns now. Pass to Booker. Ayton, the screen on Edwards. Booker for three. And the Suns get another three.
He is getting everything he wants. The defense is seemingly powerless to slow him down. It's sad.
Russell to pass to Towns. To the middle. Outside for Russell. Towns, a screen on Paul. Pass to Towns. Let's go with a three. Offensive board. Gobert. And it's going to be a 3-second call. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Oh, my, and that was textbook defense, positioning himself well to send it back.
Outside Booker. From deep three-point range. Bridges. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Real smooth, guys. Great job with the tip in.
Those are the kind of plays on the offensive glass that can tell you a lot about a player. Now here's Russell. The kick out to Edwards. Paul with a steal. And now the Suns fast break. For three, Booker. Booker missing again. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Edwards, the pass to Towns. Over to the left wing. Back to Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
I love the ferocity from Gobert. Snagging that board and getting the putback, he wasn't going to be denied.
Up top, Booker. Guarded by Edwards. Saric, shot is off.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
On the break. Out to the right wing. Takes a three. Phoenix no good that time either. Minnesota's gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Here's Edwards. Tipped. And they get it back from the arc. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback. Gobert's got 4 points this quarter.
He's so strong when he goes to work on the glass. One opening is all he'll need to finish the play, even if it's just a tip-in.
Phoenix no good that time either.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Over to the wing. Towns for three. Knocks down the long J. Towns has got 10 points in just the second half.
Such an effective big man. Towns isn't just a post-up threat. He can hurt you off the catch.
And Booker puts up a deep three. Yes. And it's Paul with the assist that time. Paul's got 4 assists in the game.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Timberwolves.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Karl Anthony Towns.
He really managed to shine on both ends of the floor. He had lots of opportunities to affect the game and make an impact.
58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Booker. Saric, a screen on Edwards. Booker, the pass to Paul. Back to Booker. To the right side. 6 on the shot clock. That one a little long. So it's Minnesota now. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Edwards against Booker. Outside for Russell. Launches it. They get the rebound. Here's Gobert.
Yeah, think he's letting his emotions get the better of him on that foul.
And that one falls for Gobert.
A defensive stalwart. Gobert knows this team expects him to be their anchor as well as rebound the rock.
And it's the Suns with the ball. Outside Booker. The three is up. Can't hit that one.
It's the fire he's playing with that has him leading the team in rebounds.
And let's be honest, guys, rebounding is about want. And he is playing with a...
All right, Allie, thank you. And that about wraps it up. This is...
And Greg, you were talking about this. What do you appreciate about this matchup? The team-first mindset on both sides.
Very unselfish. And we're going to see guys moving the ball. And, Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The wing pairing, George.
You got to be kidding. Now There's your dunk contest champion back in 2014. Wall puts a little extra on that one.
Towns for three. It's rebounded by John Wall. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Prince with the defensive effort.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Wall looking it over. And the rejection by Towns.
Well, this is what you're hoping to see. A level of dominance on the defensive end by Towns sends that shot back.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on.
There are nights where it's impossible to stop Paul George. He is such a strong guy who knows how to convert through these plays.
Summer of 2014, Doris. Paul George suffering a leg injury playing for the national team.
Kevin, I remember that injury like it was yesterday. There were many, including me, who wondered whether Paul George could ever be the same guy. And amazingly, he puts in all the necessary work, and I think has come back better. That is a huge credit to his work ethic and his grit.
Now, here's Wall. After the miss from Karl Anthony Towns. Morris against Russell, and the shot goes in.
Well, this guy's a capable scorer from the interior. Marcus Morris adept at using that size and touch to his advantage.
Towns a screen on Wall. Russell kicks to Towns, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Now here's Prince. Just 5 on the clock. Russell inside, covered by Wall. And Russell gets it to go.
Well, you like to see D'Angelo Russell work his way to the inside. Proves he has some touch in the paint.
Wall passes to George. Anthony Edwards with the rebound.
If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
And how high can you fly? I mean, he finishes that one with some pop.
GA after getting loose in the lane with a scintillating move. And Wall kicks to George. And it's George finishing it off.
That's a play that's all about positioning. Paul George has the elevation to make it easy.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Russell looking it over. Outside, Towns. Back to Russell. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Outside, George. Gobert with the block.
Rudy Gobert, a consistent force on the defensive end, does a nice job sending that one back.
That one good for 2.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Oh, here's Edwards. Edwards with the stop.
Boy, defense has no answer for Anthony Edwards' athleticism. What a dunk.
Russell against Wall. It's George on the wing. To the inside. Here's Morris. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Edwards. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And how about the impact Anthony Edwards has had?
This guy's a real game changer on the floor. Scores it at a high clip. Can play big inside and play big outside. Does everything on the floor with a passion, with a joy, and with a flair. Boy, young talents like Anthony Edwards, so exciting to watch. You know, you've got to adapt to the NBA and continue to grow and reach your potential. But there's this infectious joy and a great smile that he plays with.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Wall against Russell. And Wall kicks to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
There's just so much force that Kawhi plays with. It is what allows him to rise up and put it down with authority.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
They've been so aggressive, going strong at the defense, looking to score off of that penetration.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point. Now here's Wall. George finds Morris. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
This is where the frame of Morris allows him to absorb that contact and push right through it.
I've heard it said, Greg, a coach can't give you confidence, but they can take it away. What's the meaning behind that?
Well, players at this level are naturally confident, but when coaches are always critical, it can take you out of your game. Makes you just start to think a little too much on the floor.
Well, you can see Anthony Edwards trying to probe and create an opportunity to get off the dribble drive, sees that window and exploits it.
And it's George finishing it off.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Russell inside, covered by Wall. And it's Russell missing. And Los Angeles guys shooting 64%. Beautiful all-around play by this offense. Leonard against Russell. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Doris, it's been great to see the Clippers rise to prominence over the last 10 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, listen, this was an organization that spent years in futility, but you have to admire the transformation that has led to consistent success. They used to be a franchise that made the playoffs maybe once in a decade. Now you expect them to contend in the West. Karl Anthony Towns, one of those 5 men that you can play in a big lineup, you can play in a small lineup. Because of the diversity of his offensive game, you can mix his spots on the floor. So important.
Now here's Wall. On the wing, George. Gobert with the block. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 5. Russell dishes to Edwards. And he drives in. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Edwards got 7 now in this quarter.
Boy, the quickness off the dribble drive by Anthony Edwards. Being able to put it on the deck, so important.
George looking over the floor. And the layup falls. George has got 9 points.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Russell passes to Towns. From outside, off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Morris against Russell. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by.
2 minutes remaining time. 2 minutes.
Here's George. He's got 9 and stolen by Russell.
Ill-advised pass on that one, guys. I mean, he had to know there was a man there in position to get that turnover.
Towns, no luck. Clippers leading by 5. And Karl Anthony Towns said he believes that he is the greatest big man shooter of all time. What do you think?
Well, Kev, I think a guy by the name of Dirk Nowitzki might have a thing or two to say about it, but I love Karl Anthony Towns' attitude. You have got to believe in your skills if you're going to have the kind of success that Cat has had in this league, and we know he is lethal from deep.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Edwards with the stop.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Now here's Wall. Morris kicks to Wall. George against Edwards. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And then George with the jam.
You know, Paul George with the absolute tight handle, able to navigate through traffic. That's ridiculous.
Russell passes to Towns. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first half. Now Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
As unassuming as he looks sometimes, Kawhi Leonard finishes with authority off the dribble.
Russell kicks to Towns. Back to Russell. Outside, Towns. Down low. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Prince.
Well, you can see Karl Anthony Towns now is beyond just looking for his own shot. He's understanding, let me make the guys around me feel good.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First one falls for him.
Shooting for LA, Kawhi Leonard. 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
I think fans can appreciate Kawhi's understated and quiet personality because between the lines, there's a level of...
Thank you, David, and we'll be back at...
Your Minnesota Timberwolves, 25. The Clippers, 30.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
Kyle Anderson is out there with Naz Reid. Then there's McDaniels, and it's McLaughlin in at the point guard. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Gentlemen, if we go back to the summer of 2019, that is the summer where the Clippers got both Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. When they made those moves, everyone expected this to be an NBA Finals team.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Batum.
The big guy attacking the rim. The throwdowns are loud and emphatic.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. It's a 3-point game. Second half just getting started, about a minute played. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Kyle Anderson.
Reggie Jackson just so crafty, right? He gets into the coverage and makes sure he draws contact.
They did, and thus far for Los Angeles, no finals trips in the last 3 seasons of Leonard and George.
That's exactly right, Kevin. In the bubble playoffs in Orlando, they got close. But then Kawhi got hurt during the 2021 playoffs, and last year, Kawhi out for the entire season. So health has been a critical factor in their failures.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Jackson down low, and the dunk by Jackson.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
To the paint, Batum with the steal. And now Covington running the floor all by himself.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Pass to Noel. Here is Anderson. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Noel passes to Anderson. Doesn't go that time. Good D by Covington. Got a piece of it. Here's Jackson driving to the basket.
What a career arc when you consider Reggie Jackson. Here is a guy that literally was so frustrated at one point he considered retiring. And yet he puts in the effort and has a tremendous season.
And they haven't let points get away from them at the line tonight. That's always something that'll allow our coaching staff to breathe a little easier.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. Here's Towns. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Doris, looking at Reggie Jackson, he's coming off one of his best seasons ever.
Yeah, and you love that for a guy like him, not giving up, not letting the struggle impact his passion, giving the same effort he did as a rookie. I love his story, Kevin.
Russell against Jackson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Now here's Powell. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the dunk by Powell.
Woo-hoo, the leaping ability of Norman Powell. Throw it down, sir.
Timberwolves trail by 9. Edwards looking it over. 1:49 left to play in the third.
Amazing individual performance, but you'd like to see more guys start to get involved. I don't know if he can do it alone.
Here's Jackson. Makes it off the glass. Jackson's got the lead back up to 9 now for Los Angeles.
Ooh, that's the quick first step by Reggie Jackson. What a pretty play.
Outside, Towns. 1:19 left in the third quarter. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up. It's going to be Towns shooting. Robert Covington picks one up. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles.
In the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
George, and it's George finishing it off.
Well, this is a problem for the defense right now because you've allowed Paul George to get comfortable. And when he's comfortable, he's unguardable.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
That one is no good. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Clippers.
They've shown no let-up. Penetration, knife it inside. The defense has to tighten it up if they want to slow this team down.
And the other thing, guys, credit their game plan. They've been getting the looks they want, and they are executing at a high level.
George with the bucket.
Paul George is very difficult to contain on a dribble drive. He's got length, handle, and size. Good luck.
Gobert with a screen on George. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam
Got to be a little embarrassed by that one.
Oh, and he misses the dunk.
Great contest by the defender, but that's a dunk you've got to put down in his face.
Wow.
Oh, give me a little sauce, Anthony Edwards. Rise high and finish over the defender.
And here's Wall. Second left, and as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Clippers lead. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So for the Clippers right now, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubats. And it's Wall in at the point guard position. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Pass to Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Russell passes to Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Well, that's a nice pass from D'Angelo Russell. And to me, this is what you want to see. Him growing and growing as a playmaker.
60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. George against Edwards. 4 on the clock. Now, here's George. He's covered closely. Misses. 4th time against 7 makes in this game. Prince wide open. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Boy, really nice job by Taurean Prince to be aggressive and assertive off the bounce and knows exactly when to go into his pull-up game. That is pretty.
Outside, George. Zubats a screen on Edwards. And George kicks the wall. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Timberwolves trail by 4. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sync. Good luck trying to stop him now.
Russell with it. He's picked up by Wall. And Russell gets it to go on the assist from Edwards.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
George against Edwards. And George, here we go. Gobert with the block. Russell left side. And it's all evened up. Russell's got 4 this quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Russell dishes to Towns. Russell trying to free himself up. Tries again. Towns with the bucket. Towns has got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves.
How about the calm demeanor of Towns? Well made for pressure situations.
Outside, George. The kick out to Wall. That 3 off the mark. Now the Timberwolves with it. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run goal. And there's the foul. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. Have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal.
The previous play is
sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Teron Lewis, who talked with the team. With this game in the balance, he really came after his guys. He said, this is our time. Right now, be in the moment with each other. Do your job, and I promise you we'll win this game. Back to you.
Thanks, David. Leonard, Gobert with the block. Leonard against Prince. Inside, and the dunk by Towns.
Oh, does he deliver? That is a determined young fellow right there. Karl Anthony Towns.
All with it, now guarded by Towns. It's tipped. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Morris with the rebound. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. Trailing by 4. Los Angeles with another miss.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
Here's Towns, and it's sent back by George. Here's Zubats. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, you like when a guy calmly steps up, knocks down the free throws, exactly what you want.
Leonard finds Zubats. Yes!
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 17-4 run right now. Edwards against George. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds.
What we know about D'Angelo Russell is this guy is a dynamic, aggressive scorer. The key is he's got to extend his minutes playing under control. If he does that, lights out.
Here's George over Edwards, and it's George missing. And so the Timberwolves take the win. It was up for David. Thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony.
tonight, Grant. Two terrific defensive clubs fighting to lock each other down.
Both these teams are elite on the defensive end. These guys won't be making it easy out there. When there's lots of stops, lots of forced turnovers, it can be very difficult to find a scoring rhythm.
So the opening lineup here for the Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point.
The first good move in a long chess match between these coaching staffs.
Strategy is going to be a big part of the outcome tonight. We'll see which team dictates the style of play.
Booker. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Jackson against Paul. Leonard for three. With the tip, it's good on the putback.
You know, offensive rebound is largely about hustle. Paul George plays with great energy and focus.
Outside Paul. Pass to Booker. That one is off. Ooh, nice D from George. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. You know, thinking about the Clippers' history, those Lob City days really stand out, Smitty.
Yes, B.A., one of the most fun eras in recent NBA history. Blake and DeAndre throwing down alley-oops from CP3. That team had their own style, attitude. I love watching that Lob City group play. Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Out to Bridges. Lets the three fly. Second shot opportunity. It's deflected. Paul against Jackson. To the paint. Pass to Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
That was with force by Kawhi, dunking it over the defense and looking unstoppable.
Paul finds Booker. Johnson a screen on George. Booker with it. Guarded now by Morris. Jackson against Paul. Leonard passes to Zubats. Jackson with it. Back to Zubats. Stolen by Ayton. Throws it up high. And now they decide to foul intentionally. John Wall, he's checked in for Jackson.
First team foul. Coming on to the floor for the Clippers.
Right wing. Outside Johnson. George against Booker. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket. The Clippers in the lead.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Wall. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front and trying not to look back.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Now here's Booker. Takes it inside. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
And the Phoenix Suns have been a completely different team since acquiring Chris Paul. He's the leader of this team, and he helps set the tone on both ends.
Boy, the city of Phoenix really embracing Chris Paul as soon as he arrived.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the latter stages of his career now. But you would never know it based on how hard he plays every single night. He just makes everyone on this team so much better. Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. The shot. And the Suns miss again.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
Now here's George. Wall, the pass to George. And he drives in. Morris for 3. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Pass to Ayton. From deep. Sinks the tray.
Defensively, a breakdown along the perimeter. Just too slow to rotate.
Wall, the pass to Leonard. 35 seconds left in the opening quarter.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Now here's Bridges. He's guarded by Zubats. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Leonard. In transition, here come the Clippers. And the layup is good off the glass. Leonard's got 6 points.
The offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
For three, George. Oh, got it off in time, but it's no good. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers.
And please give a big round of applause for your son, youth team.
Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Right out of the gates, they've been in attack mode. And I think that's by design because it has been relentless.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
And so in the game for the Clippers, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the one. Now here's George. Off target at the rim.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Out to Bridges. And stolen by Leonard. Morris on the wing. Leonard against Bridges. Leonard attacking. Pass to Zubats. Just 5 on the clock. Hits the trifecta. He's got 7.
Coming into the league, Wall didn't take many threes, but he's added this dimension to his game.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. Wall against Paul. Bridges outside. Puts up a 3. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
And this is CP3's game. He's all about trying to get his teammates involved.
And last year's outcome, so unfortunate for Paul and the Phoenix Suns, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, the best record in the league by 8 games. You know, it kind of seemed like Paul might finally get that ring. Just a heartbreaking loss for them against Dallas in Game 7.
Now here's George. 5 to shoot. On the take. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton.
Strong take by Paul. He plays with great decisiveness.
Good on both. We've seen a lot of coaches make the transition from college to the NBA. Smitty, what are the biggest challenges in making that leap, you think?
I think gaining trust from your players is totally different from the NBA and college. Also, the pace of the game. Not the speed of the players, but the flow of gameplay itself. And finding the soft spot in an NBA defense is much harder than it is in college.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. And here's Wall. He's got 7. And the big finish by Wall.
Are you serious? John Wall with the statement. Oh, that's pretty.
Pass to Johnson. Booker against Morris. Ooh, Morris with a steal. Leonard on the wing. 6 points for him. And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's George. Unable to get that one. And Phoenix will come the other way.
And think about this. In an era of load management, Mikal Bridges is a rarity. He has never missed a game in college or the NBA.
And if you talk to Bridges, Grant, he really credits his mom for his determination on and off the court.
You know, B.A., it's a terrific story. Now, she actually made the NBA before Mikal did. She joined the 76ers organization in 2015, 3 years before Mikal was drafted.
Booker against George. Booker, the pass to Paul. Just 4 to shoot. The Suns need to get off a shot. There's the triple.
An incredible defender. Paul George combination of quickness and length helps alter many shots.
Inside, Zubats. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Pass to Bridges. Outside for Booker. That one's good. 2 for 8 now.
A versatile scorer. At 6'5", Booker has enough size to make plays in the painted area.
George outside. Now here's Wall. And the big finish by Wall.
Getting up and finishing with muscle. Love seeing Wall attack the basket with ferocity.
Paul passes to Bridges. And here's Booker. George defending. Booker finds Paul. Now here's Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
Yeah, looking at Ayton using all of his height and reach, slamming it down on a helpless defense.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first half. It's George on the drive. Count the basket. George has got 6.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
An uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
Morris passes to Leonard. That's a foul called on Cameron Johnson. That's his first foul.
13 foul.
Wall against Paul. Now here's Wall. Defense is right there.
Defensively, Ayton's always had the size and length. Where he's really improved is with the angles he takes to the ball.
All right, good stuff, Allie. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Boy, we're seeing a tremendous game from John Wall.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
They've got Landry Shamet. Dario Saric is out there with Damian Lee. Then there's Campaign, and it's Landale in at the center position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns.
You want your ball handlers to be great free throw shooters, especially at the end of games. Shamet provides that.
Batum finds Covington. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Kennard. Not a lot of room. The rebound by Shamet. The Suns trailing. Well, these Suns have had a successful past couple of seasons.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, they certainly know the greatness they're capable of. They can give you a lot of confidence out there on the floor, even against other elite teams.
And that one's good.
That's outstanding decision-making there to change his shot and find an open teammate for an easy basket.
Pass to Batum. Here's Powell. Misses the layup. Outside Payne. Here's Landale. Here's Saric, covered by Covington. Here's Shamet. He's got 5. Back to Saric. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
The Clippers in the lead. Jackson outside. Drives to the hoop. They ran a career research, and they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to it.
The previous play is under
19.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Pass to Sharic. Payne against Jackson. Now Sharic. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
Now here's Powell. Here's Jackson. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. Jackson's got his first bucket in this one.
Great floor awareness. Powell knows how to find his open teammates.
Outside Payne. There's the drive. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. Here's Powell. And the layup is good. And now a 9-point Los Angeles lead.
We know Norman Powell is a physical player, showing his upper body strength and finishing through contact.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Shamet, defended by Kennard. Here's Landale. That one doesn't drop. Batum with the defensive effort. The Clippers have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Down low. That one's good from Powell. On the assist from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one. Payne against Jackson. Pass to Lee. Lets it go from deep. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Now that takes serious effort and a light touch.
No need to overdo it. Just lightly tip it in. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Quick off his feet. The long arms. Easy jam for Jackson.
Phoenix calls timeout. And it's a completely new group for the Suns. And a new group getting ready for the Clippers. Zubac, he's checked in for Batum. Morris comes in for Covington. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Powell. And it's George in for Kennard. Now here's Paul. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
George against Booker. The kick out to Paul. Yes, and it's Booker with the setup. Paul's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. George with it. 6 points for him. Leonard outside. The 3 is up. Drops in the 3. Leonard's got 9.
There's the response. Kawhi rarely changes expression, but you know what he's thinking. I got your back.
Pass to Paul. Zubac with the steal. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. To the middle. And the dunk by Leonard.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down everything.
2 open that time. Made it look easy. 12 points for him.
A legit sniper from downtown. Booker rises up with such ease from beyond the arc.
Here's George. Off with the layup. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers, ending the quarter up 10. Great shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Houston team.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And here are the Clippers now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the one spot. And the big finish by Wall.
Fantastic night for Wall. Looks like the guy who tore up the league when he first arrived.
Here's Booker. Ayton. It's good on the putback.
As usual, he's right there to save the play. Nice timing on the tip-in.
Outside Wall. Pass to Morris. Back to Wall. Leonard with a screen on Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Wall against Paul. Wall no good. Phoenix has gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. To the inside. It's stolen by Leonard. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Greg.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement. Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Ball against Wall. Here he goes. And the big finish by Wall.
And he goes right after the guy who just scored on him.
Oh, he made sure to return the favor. Pass to Booker. Fires the 3. And the Suns get another 3.
And this is what they depend on Booker to do. Such a versatile, confident scorer.
Now here's George. And George with the jam.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. And Booker puts up a deep 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Proving how lethal he can be. Booker's confidence serves as a catalyst for him, draining long shots.
And here's Leonard. Pass to Wall. Back to Leonard. Down low. Stolen by Bridges. Out left to the wing. Paul for 3. Leonard pulls down the board. Leonard's got his 4th rebound in this one. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Cross is over. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
You can see the work Kawhi has put into his ball handling. Gets separation almost anytime he wants.
Booker fires from way outside. And he gets it to go. Johnson's got his first 2 points.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
Now here's Leonard. Kicks it to George. Pass to Morris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got 3 assists in the game.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Here's Booker. Now Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
He challenges the defender and throws it down with 2 hands.
Man, just straight power on that one. Clear the deck. Now here's Wall. Pass to Morris. Back to Wall. The Kick out to Morris. 4-3. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
And Booker with the jam.
They're on a little run right now, but I'm wondering, where was this energy earlier?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
George for 3. They get it again. And it looks like they just won't have enough left here at the end.
Yeah, they simply ran out of time and energy.
Here's Morris. So no problem for the Clippers as they get... All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks.
We've got a game that's sure to be a crowd pleaser, Greg. Two high-octane offenses going head-to-head.
And it's not just run and gun. Each team has a very well-refined attack. And this kind of matchup comes down to which side can maintain their energy through all 4 quarters.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Prince in at the small forward position.
Like the smarts by Sharic there. Very good at working the pick and roll and getting the shot he wants.
Russell passes to Edwards. Back to Russell. It's stolen by Sharic. On the top of the key, and Paul gets it to go in.
The pull-up jumpers are a big part of Chris Paul's repertoire on offense. I mean, also a big part of what makes him so dangerous, too.
Russell kicks to Towns. Unloads from 13, and that one goes long.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
And here's Towns following DeAndre Ayton's 3. Will it go? And the rejection by Ayton.
Tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim.
Ball against Russell. Bridges for 3. Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
And he just goes from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Here is Edwards following the score by Phoenix. Shot clock at 5. Gobert dishes to Prince. That shot misses. Some solid defense from Ayton. Booker with it. He's picked up by Russell. On the wing, Bridges. Russell against Booker. From outside the arc. Rebound, Minnesota.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Edwards drives in.
On the front foot, attacking the defense. This is Anthony Edwards at his best.
Paul against Russell. Kicks it out to Booker. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Going inside. Gobert with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. 1:58 left here in the first quarter. Booker blocked again.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see. Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight. Well, many thought the Suns would let Ayton walk as a restricted free agent, but they had no hesitation matching the offer to bring him back. It looks like he'll be a Sun for the foreseeable future.
First personal foul. First team foul.
1:33 left in the first. Booker outside. Shot clock at 6. The Suns need to get a shot off. Bridges for 3.
Quick and smart, Prince finds all kinds of ways to disrupt shooters.
Phoenix, no good that time either.
And the well is running dry for him right now.
Oh, man. Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
Bridges passes to Booker. Pass to Ayton. Kicks it out to Paul. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Timberwolves trail by 3. To the middle. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man and then putting the ball on target on time right in the shooting pocket.
And here's Shag. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Booker outside. Shag with the screen for Booker. Trying to get something going. Anthony Edwards with the rebound.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Towns showing you his unselfishness there, willing to give up the rock if his teammate has something a little better.
Near the three-point line, it's Booker. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need.
And still a close game.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Suns youth team.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
Front-court spots are filled by Bridges and Sharic. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at the center. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. Here's Sharic. That shot off. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Last season, Clark, the Timberwolves snapped a 3-year playoff drought.
An important milestone for this squad, Kevin. I mean, it shows they're ready to compete in the postseason. That's huge and speaks to just how far this team has come.
Clark, of guys playing today, who would you put your money on to be a successful NBA coach?
You know, Kevin, the smart money is on point guards, but I think any player that's been a student of the game could be a successful coach, but point guards most likely is my answer. Chris Paul, maybe even a guy like Jalen Brunson in the future.
Paul against Russell. Passes it to Towns. And it's Devin Booker with the rebound. And for the Suns, they're shooting around 40% from the floor here. Here's Ayton. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in this game. And finished off by Gobert.
And no issues at the rim for Gobert. One of the league leaders in flushes. The Frenchman loves to finish above the rim.
The drive by Booker lays it up off the glass. And that's now 6 points for Devin Booker.
A delicious dime from Chris Paul there.
Russell kicks to Towns. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Come on, this is a big guy here, Towns. I mean, you got to foul him a lot harder than that to stop the shot. I mean, he's just too strong. Now he gets a chance to add one more at the line.
Ball looking over the floor. Bridges inside the 3-point line. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Prince kicks to Edwards. 2 free throws coming. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
This is the time now where
at the line for 2.
What constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion,
the ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Moving at and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it, double checking, and the game continues on.
Hey, like a lot of guys, Edwards rides momentum as a player. When his confidence is soaring, so is his activity level.
Bridges with it. Running now by Prince. Booker the pass to Paul. Back to Booker. Over Edwards. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. Towns finds Gobert. Nifty move. And such a nice move to make the basket work. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
Right through the contact. Gobert's added so much strength since being drafted back in 2013. It's helped all facets of his game.
2 minutes.
Here's Paul, and there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession. From deep, Prince. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Towns with the steal.
Phoenix foul. Chris Paul.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Minnesota.
I love the defensive concentration so far in this one. They're getting out on shooters and really doing a great job of disrupting the rhythm.
And I think we've also got to talk about the tempo they played with right from the get-go. I mean, they've been deadly in transition, too.
Young big men, though, often struggle to find consistency. But you look at Ayton's first 4 seasons, the numbers are almost identical year to year.
Edwards dishes to Russell. Back to Edwards. Puts one up from 19. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look. But when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Charge passes to Paul. A pass to Ayton. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Edwards against Bridges, and Edwards with the stop.
We've got liftoff here, folks. Once Edwards sprints past the defense, it is an absolute wrap.
Booker outside. Ayton a screen on Edwards. Booker with it. Now defended by Gobert. And Ayton throws it down.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Paul against Russell. Pass to Towns. From past the arc. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
How many 6'11" guys in this league can do that? Towns is a unicorn. Awesome ability to catch and let it fly.
Paul passes to Booker. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Edwards inside, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Edwards got the lead up to 13 now for the Timberwolves. And Booker puts up a deep 3. And that would have counted, but his shot. Thanks so much, David, and we'll...
Your son, 17, the Timberwolves, 30.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And what can you say? Towns, an impressive effort here.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Anderson is out there with McDaniels. Then there's Reed. And it's Noel in at the 2 guard. Pass to Shamet. And he drops it in from the low post.
They got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Timberwolves leading by 14.
You know, when it comes to the Minnesota Timberwolves, for so long, they've struggled to be competitive. But recently, I think they've started to turn things around. I mean, they've got a nice core. They got a taste of the playoffs recently, and now look to build on that.
Here's Reed. No good. And Phoenix will come the other way. Shamet the pass to Lee. Back to Shamet. Here's Landale. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. One-on-one here. Here's McLaughlin. Can't connect from short range. And for the Timberwolves, Clark getting the #1 pick in the 2020 draft certainly helped their turnaround.
Yeah, that's rocket fuel when you're trying to move up, and they got a good one, a special one in Anthony Edwards. That guy is going to help them take major strides forward. This is an organization clearly on the rise.
Throws it up high, out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Here's McLaughlin. Payne covering. McLaughlin, the pass to Noel. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup. Give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Johnson outside. Phoenix, no good that time either.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
The kick out to Anderson. Here's Noel. He's covered by Shamet, and it's blocked. Payne looking around. Right side, Lee. Back to Payne. Passes it to Shamet. Pulls up, high post. Reed with the rebound.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
And Anderson kicks to McDaniels. Anderson the screen. McDaniels passes to Anderson, and Anderson slams it in.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Now, here's Shamet. T right on him. On the wing, Lee. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for them at that end of the floor.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Sharch with the screen for Booker. And it's Russell with the rebound.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Booker against Edwards. The three. Booker, no good.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage junk there. Not really the best decision. I mean, get the easy two, the for sure two. No need to make it fancy and special.
There's 31 seconds left in the third. And that one, good. Ayton's got 9.
Don't underestimate Booker's passing ability. He's getting better and better at making plays for others.
The kick out to Towns. Edwards looking it over. There's the lob to Towns. Edwards finds Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Showing us a little bit of everything tonight. Karl Anthony Towns, extremely versatile, taking over at the offensive end.
Phoenix calls timeout.
Get loud
6 seconds left to play in the third. The shot by Paul, no good. And so it's Minnesota sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. They've been...
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Suns youth dance team.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Front court spots are filled by Bridges and Saric. And it's Ayton in at the 5. That's who's out there for Phoenix. And there's Bridges on the assist from Booker. Booker's got 5 assists in the game. Outside Edwards. And there's the pass to Russell. Booker against Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
You know, confidence feeds on itself, and the more experience Edwards gets, I think the more confidence he'll continue to gain, especially operating in these pick and roll sets.
Booker. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. That one is off.
At the line for your Suns, Devin Booker.
He hits the second from the line.
An accurate shooter from all areas of the floor. Booker has the confidence needed to dominate on offense.
Russell against Paul. Down low. Fades back. Misses off the right iron. Suns trail by 20. Booker draws the double. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Right side Towns. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move. And he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on 8.
Boy, it's really good to see your big man imposing his will physically. Right there, Towns with a statement finish.
Booker looking around. And again, it's the Suns missing.
Suns foul. Dario Saric.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Phenomenal work on the defensive end so far. That stands out the most. They've made it their mission to block shots and make things hard for the opposition.
And also, guys, they push the ball and been able to score in transition, trying to take advantage of playing in the open floor as often as possible.
With the fadeaway. Bridges with the board. Suns have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Devin Booker, and that's good.
And he's got plenty of range and the confidence to match. Booker believes he's going to hit every 3 he takes.
For 3, Edwards. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And here's Ayton. He'll bring it up for the Suns. Bridges dishes to Booker. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Not just an outside shooter. Booker is also skilled at getting it done from that area as well.
Russell kicks to Towns. A 3-pointer off the mark. Suns trail by 19. Charge with it. Now guarded by Towns. Here's Paul. Shakes him. He takes it up and lays it in.
And obviously a total team player. Saric is a guy, if his teammate is open, he's going to get the ball.
Paul against Russell. Here's the 3. Rebound by the Suns. Ayton's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Paul passes to Booker. And the 3 off target.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make them.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Russell against Paul. Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Here's Booker. And the basket is good. Booker's got 8 here in the quarter.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Timberwolves.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Karl Anthony Towns.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
And here's Booker from the arc. Again, the miss by Booker.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Towns, no luck.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Devin Booker, and that's good.
And this coaching staff in love with Booker's ability to create his own shot. It's a part of his game that's come a long way.
Russell against Paul. From deep. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell.
Phoenix ball.
And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
Superb anticipation on that rejection, and that'll allow them to stay on the lead if they keep defending like that.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And the dunk by Booker.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency, huh? They could have done it much earlier, before the game was out of reach.
Now, here is Russell. From deep three-point range, misses there. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight.